What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your host, the Minister Jonathan Simmons, and we're thankful for those of you who are tuned in to join us here on the broadcast, here on our Falcons recap. Well, praise the Lord. How about that? How about them Falcons? Let me get my banner set up. How about those Falcons? Falcons have pulled off a win at home. Unbelievable. The Falcons have won at home. How about that? So, yeah, great stuff. Falcons winning at home. They have pulled it off. They needed this victory. I will tell you that if they had not won this game today, it would have been an emptyville in the next home game at the stadium. But the Falcons did what they had to do, guys. They handled their business correctly, and they won the game 23-20. It's like I predicted about a three-point spread. That's kind of what I thought. And, close game. Both teams ran the ball. Both teams kind of ground out the clock. Speaking of the clock, the advantage was to the Browns. Browns held the ball for about 35 minutes. Falcons held the ball for about 24 minutes. But nevertheless, the Falcons did what they had to do when they had to do it. So kudos to Arthur Smith and the Falcons as they have pulled off a much-needed victory, 23-20 over the Browns. So again, like I say again, shout out and kudos to Atlanta for making it happen here today at home. Because like I say again, people I think were feeling some kind of way. I think if the Falcons had lost today, you would have had a lot of empty seats in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it would have been bad for those Falcons. And that would have been a terrible thing considering it's Arthur Blanks was his 80th birthday this week. So we want to give him a shout out and celebration for him reaching his 80th birthday. Man, time has flown. It seems like he was just this young guy just at a Home Depot in his late 50s, making this deal with the Rankin family to buy the Falcons and to, absolutely get the number one pick, which we found out was Michael Vick. So, and that started kind of the love affair. I was going to say the love affair. The people that just came to Atlanta and the guys like the Gen Xers, that was kind of the beginning of the love affair with the Falcons. And of course, those of you already here, you already were Falcons fans already. But yeah, Falcons did what they had to do, and they won the game here. Once again, it's funny. I got a really lambast Comcast. Well, maybe it's my own computer, but it's just amazing. I bought a brand new computer and still have problems with the daggone Wi-Fi here. It's incredible. I don't know whether because I'm down in East Point. I don't know what it is, man, but the Wi-Fi from Comcast stinks. But like I said, again, I'm thankful to be here and thankful to join you guys. So let's talk a little bit about this win here. First of all, what really has struck me is the Falcons' ability to man up. I mean, this Falcons team, I'll give them credit. They have been competitive and very competitive in all four of these games. And matter of fact, had the ball bounced, one way or another, these Atlanta Falcons that we're watching right now could technically be 4-0. I mean, they technically could be 4-0, which is incredible to think about that. This team that people were saying was going to be 3-15, they're already 2/3 of the way to what they're saying, and they are now 20% of the win total. I predicted, said the Falcons would be 10-7, and if you look at the team, they are playing like a team that could be 10-7. Now, granted, they still have some tough guys on their schedule. They have two of the best quarterbacks in the league. They still have to face Tom Brady twice. They have to face Joe Burrows. It's not going to be easy, but at the end of the day, this team has shown that they can win ball games. The other big thing about the Falcons, who would have thought that we'd have been talking about the Falcons rushing attack? I really haven't seen the Falcons run the ball like this consistently since the year they went to the Super Bowl. When they had the two-headed monster of Kevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman. And when those two guys carved up, I want to say probably about a grand total of 1,600 or 1,700 yards on the ground, with Devontae being over 1,000 yards and going to the Pro Bowl, and Tevin Coleman also racking up, about 500 or 600 yards on the ground himself, and another 400 or 500 yards in the air as far as receiving. So yeah, man, this is what Arthur Smith wanted. He talked about this toughness, just talked about the O-line. And speaking of that, got to give the O-line some props, at least run blocking. And it just seems this team's offensive line is geared to run blocking, because I got to tell you, once again, Marcus Mariota was having some problems in the passing game with protection. Now, speaking of Marcus Mariota, I like this man. He's my brother in Christ, and I'm really trying to I'm really trying to stay positive and support him in every way I can. But doggone, man, this guy here. I mean, it's like uh, it's almost like when I ask the questions: are the Falcons winning in spite of Mariota's? I mean, that's kind of what it seems like. It's like. And don't get me wrong, the guy is like the thing that gets me about Mariota is that it's feast or famine. Like 1 minute he's making a great play with his legs to get out of the pocket, to buy some more time, and picked up a nifty first down earlier today, and he's done that in some of the other games. But then, man, the guy just does not seem to be able to be accurate at all, especially on that, almost on any pass, but especially on that medium range to long range pass. Terrible. I mean, the interception he threw today, just a bad ball. I mean, he's constantly underthrowing guys. And think about this. We were the people that lambasted Matt Ryan, me being one of them, saying he can't throw the long ball. Great googly muggly. Mariota, even when he gets it out there, he's so woefully inaccurate. I mean, it's either he short arms it or he overthrows the guys, puts too much mustard on, too much adrenaline. We saw that today. We saw a situation where he had, take the play that Zacchaeus made. Now, granted, he was kind of on the run, but Zacchaeus was like standing in the middle of the field by himself. Mario gets that ball out just even a half a second quicker. That's probably a touchdown. The interception he threw with Drake London, again, if he throws the ball a split second earlier, London catches the ball on the run, he probably makes a big play and there's no interception. So I guess the question I'm gonna put up here on the social media is the question is: the Falcons winning despite Mariota? Question. What do you guys think about that? I'm going to go ahead and also put up the link on the screen as well. So if you guys want to join in on the broadcast, like I said, just like Zoom, you can pop right in. We'd love to have you as part of the broadcast here. But here's the question: are the Falcons winning despite Marcus Mariota? It's a question, because that's what it seems like. I mean, Mariota, in all 4 games, clutch time when the Falcons either were trying to come back or when the Falcons were trying to hold on to a lead and put the game away, he mishandled the ball. Today, that field goal, that was really, the Falcons should have scored a touchdown on that drive. Mariota messes around, and a routine play, again, nothing exotic, a simple snap, shotgun snap he takes all the time. I mean, again, now he made a great recovery, but the bottom line is it took them away from, I think it was second and goal, about the 2 or 3, to him end up being in a situation where now it's second and long. And the Falcons have settled for a field goal. Again, they scored a touchdown there. Now they're up 27-23. And again, don't be wrong, the defense bowed up, but they wouldn't have had to do any of that. They wouldn't have to do any of that. They could have just basically cemented the game away. We saw that in the Saints game, the same thing, an ill-advised fumble. We saw in the Rams game a bad pick when the Falcons had a chance to, pull a game out from behind. So, yeah, he's going to, I mean, at the end of the day, that's my question. Are the Falcons winning despite Mariota? Now, the other question I have is, are you shocked? Are you shocked at how good the Falcons are running ball? Are you surprised, I should say? I'll probably put that up in the screen as well. That's my question. Are you surprised how well the Falcons are running the ball? I know I am. I guess I've not seen them run the ball like this since the Super Bowl year. I mean, it's just been incredible how they have been able to take control of the line of scrimmage, running the ball. Now, pass protection has been a little shaky, but running the ball, this is kind of what we've always wanted to see out of the Falcons. And just hitching them up, man. Put your big boy pants on and let's go. And just helmet on helmet, man to man, and you're not stopping us. And who would have thought the Falcons, in their current modern day construct, would have a drive where they would run the ball 10 straight times? As a matter of fact, run the ball 14 straight times for about 80 yards. I'm just saying this running like a few yards to carry. I mean, they're running and punishing people. This Falcons team, again, it's not perfect yet, but I tell you, man, they have the makings, especially if they can get a real legitimate quarterback. They are going to be a team to reckon with. Matter of fact, I will tell you this, and this seems funny. I think this team offensively could be as good down the road as the Falcons team that went to the Super Bowl. And that team, again, had the 7th best offense in NFL history. But I think this team has the potential because they have all the weapons in place that they could do as well as that team, if not better, as far as scoring. The only thing that would slow them down is the fact that they're going to like to run the ball a bit more than that team. So, this Falcons team, again, it's only, you're 2 wins in. I get it. They have boxed up. It could be, like I said, 3-1 or 4-0. But at the end of the day, this Falcon team is really playing well and playing better than I think any of us suspected. So my question for you, are you surprised at just how well the Falcons are running the ball? Are you surprised? That's my question. Are you surprised how well they are running this ball? Because, again, let's go and put the stats up here. With the score, let me put the score up here for you here. Final score, Falcons 23, Browns 20. Yeah, Falcons actually won the game, 23-20. How about that? So that is now 2 straight wins for the Falcons for the first time in the Arthur Smith tenure here, which, again, I saw him coming off the field, and the guy was ecstatic, obviously, as I would be too. Again, this team is just – it shook up the world. So, again, kudos to the Falcons. Great game today. Great win. They needed it. It was a must win today. Let's go ahead and put some stats up here on the scoreboard here. I always do this. I like to pick my favorites of the game or key players of the game. I'll have to move over here. There we go. I partially blocked it. There we go right there. Okay, so there it is. If you look here at my stars of the game, first of all, I'll slide over here so I can get it. The Falcons' rushing attack. I mean, that rushing attack is 202 yards, 2 touchdowns. Matter of fact, the only 2 touchdowns of the game came from the running attack. And look at this. Look at these numbers here. Tyler Algier, the rookie. This is what they got this guy for. Late round draft pick, 10 attempts, 84 yards. He didn't have a touchdown. Caleb Huntley, hometown guy of Locust Grove, right down the road from where I am here in Atlanta, in South Metro Atlanta. 10 attempts, 56 yards, 1 touchdown. Cordell Patterson, 9 attempts, 38 yards. He scored the first touchdown for the Falcons. So, again, man, this Falcons team looked really good. Okay, they really did. They looked really good. I give them all the props. The only thing I can say, again, the weak point is, Mariota's got to step it up, especially late in these games. He has got to, not turn the ball over. And he had a dismal day today, stat-wise. He was 7 of 19 passing. I think he had barely 100 yards. And you're not going to win against the better teams with those kind of stat lines. That's just the reality. You can't win against the better teams with stat lines like that. Mariota's going to have to step up the plate. That's just plain and simple. So, again, man, we thank everybody that's popped in to join us here. Like I said, again, any of those of you, I'm going to be writing Comcast, as Comcast is killing me with this bad internet. So, anyway, all that being said, like I said, it's been just great to talk to you guys here. I want to do this really, really quickly. Please follow us anywhere on social media. I popped it up on the screen. Follow us right here, anywhere on social media at Real Talk Sports, the number 7. Please follow us. Check us out there. Again, we love your support. We're trying to get to 1,000 people subscribing to us on YouTube. We're looking for 1,000 subscribers, so I need your help. So please, if you could do that for us, go in there and subscribe to our station. We'd love to get to that point. We do high school football. So check us out every Friday night. We do high school football. Great stuff. Matter of fact, I'll let you see the advertisement. I think I got one here that tells you a little bit about high school football. Let's go to that really, really quickly. And hopefully I got that here so you guys can know about us doing some high school football. Here we go. Hey, sports fans, tune in for live high school football Friday, 7:30 p.m. on RealTalkSports.net. Check out your favorite Metro Atlanta teams as they do battle on the gridiron. It's your high school game of the week, live streaming free Friday nights on RealTalkSports.net. For more sports coverage and great sports talk, catch the Real Talk Sports Show Tuesdays, 8 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Brought to you by Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, a business giving back to their community. Give them a call at 678-364-3979 or check them out online at AllenVigilFord.net. Yep, that's it, guys. Check us out, please, if you could. We're on Friday night. We do high school football. We primarily do Clayton County high school football, so please check us out as we come on and bring you some great football. Like I say again, please follow us on social media. See it right there at Real Talk Sports, the number 7. Come on, and check us out. So anyway, like I say again, Falcons pull it out. Great game. Let's go one more time here. Go to these stats here. And there you go. Right there. Falcons rushing attack, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyler Algier, the rookie, 10 carries, 84 yards. Caleb Huntley, hometown kid from Locust Grove, Georgia. That's about 20 miles just outside of Atlanta. So how cool is that for you to play for your hometown team? 10 attempts, 56 yards, a touchdown. And Cordarrelle Patterson, our Mr. Everything, 9 attempts, 38 carries, and he scored. I skipped 0 there. So actually, he scored the first touchdown of the game. So yeah, man. Like I said, Falcons look great. Hopefully, they're going to keep this up. It was wonderful to see that you had a lot of the dog pounds in full effect. You know, I'll tell you something, man. Those fans travel. Let's go to social media here. And we got our man Todd. He says, Preacher Marcus was bad. Yeah, so that's why I asked earlier. I mean, that was the question I put out there. Falcons, are they winning in spite of Marcus Mariota? And at what point do you switch over from Mariota to Ritter? Because technically, I'm going to say it again, what I've said the last couple of weeks. Everybody got on me when I said this team could be 10-7, but conceivably, this team really, now I'm happy they're 500, but they should at least be 3-1. And think about this. The Rams game was a winnable game, too. They could be right now 4-0. Now, like I said, Marcus Mariota is almost like the scripture with Job said, the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. That's how Mariota is. Mariota gives and he takes away. He's made some great plays with his feet. He's made some great plays to extend drives. But, man, in the clutch, I think this guy is still very, very nervous. I think that his adrenaline starts to crank early in the game, which is why he overthrows people often. Then late in the game, he does what many of us bad golfers do. He overcorrects. So instead of him now putting that same kind of steam on the ball, he underthrows people, which is why he had the interception to Drake London. The London and Pitts, when these guys are running these crossing routes in the seam, they have linebackers on them. They have safeties. Oftentimes, they can outmuscle the safeties and cornerbacks and outrun the linebackers. You hit these guys on the run. If you remember, as much as Matt Ryan had his deficiencies for underthrowing Julio, there were times when Ryan on top of his game, man, he would put that ball in there, and Julio would be a 10-yard slant, which turned to be a 65-yard touchdown pass. And that's what the Falcons are missing now. They're missing that timing from Mariota to help this team really to get to that next level. Because like I said, I think they can do it. I'm just being flat out honest. I think the Falcons can be a 10-win team. I think they can be a dark horse team to go to the playoffs. That's right. That was the playoffs. Playoffs? Yes, the Falcons can go to the playoffs. At 2-2, they got a shot. Because what that means is that now they're at 500. If the Falcons go 8-5, the remaining 13 games, that put them in 10-7. Now, I know you're thinking, Preacher, you crazy. Well, maybe. But like I said, from what I've seen from this team, it is possible based on what I've seen from this team. What do you think? Okay, here's what I'm going to do right quick here. Let me go to social media one more time. Let's check on some comments here on social media. Let's see. Take a look here. Yep. Coach went at 14 times. Afterwards, Mariota, in fact, threw an interception. Yeah, after the interception. Well, first of all, this is my thing with the way the Falcons are constructed right now. They are a running team. Smith has configured, to his credit, a way to run the ball very similar to what you saw back in my day when you had Shanahan's dad when they were Denver. That zone blocking scheme, the trap blocks, the misdirections. This is not brain surgery. And the other thing too, that why you have to have a mobile quarterback, not necessarily Mariota, is that when you have a mobile quarterback, you have to kind of account for him. So those RPOs and things like that, I know D-Led told me after the fourth game, people are going to be hip to that. But what you saw was the Falcons getting into the ability to almost like, even without the RPOs, it looked like USC student body right. They were just like, hey, man, we're going to pitch this ball, and we are going to believe that our back is going to get around that containment for yardage. And that's what's happening. It was consistently, they were just doing at one point, this straight pitch, that hard drive, when they had those 10 straight plays, they weren't trying to do nothing fancy. They were just, look here, man, we're going pitch right, pitch left, misdirection right. And it was just a pleasure to see. I didn't care they didn't throw the ball. I didn't care about Pitts. I didn't care about Drake London. And the fans in the building didn't care. It was just a pleasure to see the Falcons being able to run the ball consistently and running for first downs. When on earth have you seen that? Except, again, you saw a little bit of that in the Super Bowl year. So there's no question, man, if we can get a situation where we have a quarterback that can really throw the ball accurately, this team is going to be very, very difficult to stop. I'm just telling you right now, this team is going to be difficult to stop. You get a good trigger man, somebody that can really make this thing happen. Yeah, man, that's going to be on and popping. Because like I said, you see they have the weapons. And they're not even being used properly. That's the thing that's crazy. The weapons are not even being used properly. So you can imagine what's going to happen. That's it. Yes, let's go ahead here. Todd is saying, yeah, Huntley saved the day. And you gotta be happy with that young man, happy for that young man, because again, this is a hometown hero. And it's so great to see a hometown hero. Again, for those of you who don't know, Caleb Huntley played here for a South Metro Atlanta high school down in Henry County, Locust Grove. And he's now come back to play for his hometown team. And it's just great to see. I'll tell you another guy it's great to see. Lorenzo Carter, a guy that played for them Dogs in Georgia, see him come back and to be an impact player. Because I was wondering, man, is he going to come back and really make an impact? And he is. Two ways. His energy on the sidelines, but then more importantly, his activity on the field. The guy is constantly moving, constantly active, made a couple of great plays on runs today, setting the edge. So like I said, this team is now a team that you don't mind watching. You don't mind paying your money to watch this Falcon team because they are now playing winning brand of football. Like I said, again, I don't care if they're throwing the ball. I don't care if Pitts. I mean, I'd love to see Pitts get the ball more. Love to see Drake London get the ball more. But let me tell you something. The Falcons, if they can control the games and win like this, shorten the games by running the ball, I'm all for it. Because guess what? That's why Grady Jarrett was able to make that sack late in the game, because he still has some gas left in the tank. Because see, now the Falcons can rotate players in. Now, I will say one thing. The only deficiency I saw on defense was the substitution, especially on those short yardage downs. I don't know what goes on. I don't know where the communication breaks down, but that team is seeming to have a problem in the last couple of weeks getting guys in on these crucial third down plays. And I think that's going to be ironed out. I think that Coach Pease is going to think at one point, hey, I got to kind of run with what I got and maybe do zone or run blitzes instead of trying to move these big hogs in and out. Because like I said, a couple of times, teams have been able to move the ball well on the ground just simply because, Falcons personnel was not in set. They were just running around. So again, very, very pleased. I think all Falcons fans are pleased that we now have a team that looks like that they could really be an impact team. Looks like they could be a team that we could enjoy watching. So, so let's go ahead and click here to my man Todd. He says, call Tree. She has to be, she normally on Sunday, bro, I let her go. I'm sure she's going to have a lot to say on Tuesday. Like I said again, man, this has just been great to see this. Hopefully and prayerfully, but if you guys are wondering where I'm looking down, I'm trying to check my phone here so I can share this broadcast around to some of our groups if we can before we get off the air. Yeah, if you guys want to comment, here's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to let anybody that's bold enough and bad enough to do it. I'm going to actually put the link to be on the show because we can't do call-ins right now. I'll put the link to be on the show on social media. And I'll pop it up there. So if you want to jump in here, now you don't have to show your face. You just want to have your avatar in there. That's cool. You can do it. No worries. And we'll just pop your avatar on. Here is the link. Bam. You can join the show right there. Just copy and paste that link in. If you're going to do it on your phone, hopefully you have a headset. If not, just, try to be in some place with not a lot of noise. If you're doing it on your computer, make sure that you close out whatever page you're watching on. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, close it out, because what will happen is when you try to get on the show, there'll be an echo. But there it is. If you bad, why don't you want to have some fun with me? Hop right on. You don't have to be on the screen, just your avatar. People just hear your voice only. You want to do that? Cool beans. Or if you want to just jump on, I'll put you right in the part of the broadcast. Again, we'd love to have you join us as we spend a few more minutes chopping up the Falcons and what they have done today. Again, Falcons win. They put up here for those of you who are in a cave and didn't know. Falcons win 23-20. over the Browns. I predicted about a 3-point win. I think I called that score 23-20 because I thought the Falcons would get things jacked up in the red zone. They did. Final score: Falcons 23, Browns 20. And the Browns, to some degree, made it easy for the Falcons because surprisingly they didn't run the ball. Browns had over 400 yards of total offense, but Nick Chubb ran for about 9 yards a carry. I think he had something like, 15 carries for over 100 yards. And why they didn't run him more, I don't know. If I were the Browns, I would have done the same thing the Falcons did to me. I would have been Chubb left, Chubb right. And then, when you got tired of Chubb, I'd have brought in Kareem Hunt and just pounded away. But thankfully, Browns didn't do that. And the Falcons ended up pulling out the victory 23-20 in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I think it's only the second time or third time the Falcons have won a home game, a real home game, because one in London doesn't count. I think it's only the second or third win they've had in 2 years at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So, again, this game was huge. Falcons lose this game, I think things will went off the rail in a hurry. Number one, I think Mariota definitely would not be playing next week. Number two, you would have had a darn near close to empty Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the next home game. But instead, you don't, because the Falcons have won. All right, going there, my man Todd, he says, Pitts is, I guess he means quiet, but he didn't get the catches. He's going to complain. No, I don't think that Pitts is going to complain because he's a team guy. And what he knows is that if this construct continues with Marcus Mariota, Mariota's time is running thin. Because think about it. Remember, he was on the sidelines of the Florida game with Desmond Ridder, not Marcus Mariota. I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, Pitts knows what time it is. He knows that eventually Mariota, especially if he continues to play like this, sooner rather than later, he's going to be on the bench and Ridder's going to be the guy. Now, here's the thing I don't understand real quick. This thing's baffled me about this whole thing. Once I get back, guys, I will be back in the press conferences. I can live stream those to you guys as well, like I used to. The question I'm going to ask somebody, the coaching staff of Mariota, how much extra practice is he doing with Drake London and, more importantly, with Kyle Pitts after practice? Because if you remember the year that the year that Matt Ryan won the MVP, everybody talked about the fact that he took all the guys out to Cali, especially what was the new tight end? I can't even think of his name right now. I'm drawing a blank. Sorry about that, guys. But Austin Hooper, he brought all those guys out to Cali, man. He did a lot of practice with the receivers. And so my question is, how much extra work is Mariota doing with Kyle Pitts, doing with Drake London to get comfortable with these guys, and more importantly, get the timing down? Because that's to me, that's the one thing that he does not seem to have with these receivers. He seems to have terrible timing. He's either a step slow or he's a step too far in the throws. So anyway, that's it, guys. But like I said, the good news is, as we wrap it up, the Falcons 23, the Browns 20, and that's a final, guys. And the Falcons record is now 2-2. One more time, I'll put up the stats. Well, I thought were the key stats of the game. Stars of the game, well, it's pretty easy. The Falcons rushing attack, 202 yards on the ground. Do you know now the Falcons are in the top 5 in the league in rushing? Tyler Algier, the guy that everybody talked about, 10 carries, 84 yards. Caleb Huntley, the guy who's a big favorite of our man, D. Orlando Ledbetter, 10 attempts, 56 yards, 1 touchdown. And Cordell Patterson, he's our guy anyway, 9 attempts, 38 yards. He actually had 1 touchdown. I know it says 0. He actually did have a touchdown. Let's go to social media one more time. Then we'll wrap this baby up. My man Todd, he said, I don't think any preacher. Marcus heading home after practice. Yeah, that's what I think is going on. I don't think that these guys I don't think Marcus is putting the extra legwork in. I'm not saying it's anything about his work ethic. I'm just saying that that I would think that would be something that the coaches would really try to emphasize or ask for, that he does more work with these guys, after practice and getting this timing down. Because like I said, right now, the timing is really terrible. I mean, that's really the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now with these guys. The timing is not there. All right, guys, listen, we appreciate you for joining us here. We want to get this quick recap in. Sorry that we kind of got a lot of things going on, but we just want to do this pop-up real quick. Thank you for those who have stayed with us here. Thank you for those who are watching us on the replay. Thank you for those who are tuning in on Roku on the Phoenix Entertainment channel. And guys, we are going to, I'm going to ask you, everybody again, really before I get off the air, it's really, really critical. So I need help. I ain't, I'm like the Temptations. I ain't ashamed to beg. I'm not begging for, no woman, but I mean, at the end of the day, I need help. So if you have a student, college or high school, probably, junior or senior, that says, hey, I've always wanted to do some video production, live stream work, please, man, please, sir, hit me up. There's my number right there. There it is. 678-410-9833. That's my cell phone number. You can call me or text me, or just hit me up with an email, jsimmons@realtalksports.net. That's JSIMMONS@realtalksports.net. I need help. I need some production people. I need some camera people. I need some lighting people. And here's the thing, good news. We have the equipment. I partner with the Phoenix Entertainment Group and WIGO 1570. We have a phenomenal studio in Clayton County. And then you guys, of course, a lot of times I'm on the road. We go to a lot of different locations. So come on. Y'all know you want to get in there. Now, I have some limited space for some on-air correspondence, okay, especially doing some high school football. Especially, I'm just being honest, we are looking primarily right now for females. We'll take guys too now, but right now we're looking for females because the realities is that, more and more women are impacting the world of sports talk. And the other realities is that brings in the female audience, also brings in the male audience, because you guys know that when Tree is on, you're much more excited to see her than to see me. I'm just saying. All right, let's go to social media again one more time. 6:30, we got to wrap it up. Go to social media. Here we go. And Todd says he likes Ritter because he feels he's more of a leader. And he does have that energy of the leader. Marcus, I'm not sure because, the guy was a dominant guy at Oregon. But again, I think he really never recovered from the nasty beatings that he took when he came to the NFL, his inability to understand that the NFL means not for long. And he got banged up and he lost confidence. I think right now he is still struggling with that. All right, guys, again, one more time, please follow us anywhere on social media at Real Talk Sports, the number 7. Please go to our YouTube page and subscribe if you have not already done so. All right, everybody, listen, to the next time that you join us again, we say as we always do when we end our show, God bless you and have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, whichever may apply. So long.